Hey, it's Dave. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Today, I am not going to talk about A1C or blood sugar. Today, I want to talk about insulin resistance and insulin sensitivity. So, insulin resistance is when you have an A1C that's high enough that your body starts to reject insulin and your cells don't absorb the nutrients they need to grow and thrive. So being diabetic or pre-diabetic leads to being insulin resistant. And insulin, pre-diabetic and diabetic, can look like a person that gains weight, maybe gains a lot of fat around their midsection and fatty sections of their body. But an insulin resistant person quite potentially would flip that over very quickly and lose a lot of weight. Because when you become insulin resistant, your body can't absorb the nutrients it needs from the food you're eating because it's like it says, it's resistant to the insulin, to the nutrients. When you lose all that weight, that's some fat, obviously, but a lot of that weight is muscle and bone mass. That's what a lot of the weight is. That's why a person can go from being 180 pounds to 100 pounds in a pretty quick period of time, in a period of a couple of years. Because once they become insulin resistant, it's it's all the nutrients that you eat gets flushed out of your system, like for the most part. Maybe not 100%, but a lot of those nutrients your body just either converts to sugar or just flushes it right out of your system. So it's quite possible that a person can lose 80 pounds in the matter of 2 years. And this is exactly what happened to me. I went through this process. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healthcare worker. I'm just telling my story, and I'm hoping that I can help somebody else avoid this. Now, when you become insulin resistant, you become very weak, you become very skinny, you're very thin. You look to the point where people will ask you, "What the heck? Is something wrong with you?" Or maybe they asked you if something was wrong with you when you're gaining weight. Well, they're going to ask you more questions about why you're looking like you look like a prisoner of war, because that's what it ends up looking like. When you lose all the bone mass and all the muscle and fat off your body, I mean, your body is literally a bone with a little bit of skin around it, and that's it. Now, all the way up until the insulin resistant process, the key things you want to try to accomplish are eat healthy, no sugar, no garbage, no modified wheats or any of that stuff, no garbage. You want to eat mostly carnivore or ketovore. That's meat or meat and vegetables. You don't want to eat things that have a list of ingredients. You want to eat one or two ingredient things. You want to drink a lot of water, and you want to get as much exercise as your body will allow you to do. Even if that's just walking circles around your house. That's exercise, and that will help your body manage things out. Now, once you get to that insulin resistance, you still want to eat correct and try to get things straight. You want to drink a lot of water and get as much exercise as you can. But once you become insulin resistant, it's a little bit different because you're not taking all those nutrients, and it's not going to the cells as a nutrient. You're just passing a lot of it. That insulin resistance time is when you will lose a ton of weight. And again, some of that is bone mass, a lot of that is fat, and some of that is muscle. Now, hopefully you'll be able to recognize it and turn this around at this point, if not already before. But this is the time when you really want to turn this around. You want to get metabolically healthy because the next steps are incredibly uncomfortable and difficult and affect your life negatively. So again, you've got the point when you become insulin resistant, and you start losing all that weight. Now at some point you're going to maybe get your diet squared away. You're going to get enough exercise, you're going to get your body composition to the point where you can start gaining a little bit of weight. One of the things you're going to want to add on at this point to diet and exercise and drinking a lot of water is stretching. And stretching, like if you can do it 10 times a day, makes a lot of sense, because you've got those muscles that used to be 50 strands of muscle that withered away to one strand of muscle. And as you become more insulin sensitive again, your body's going to want to push you back to those 50 strands of muscle, which makes your muscles incredibly uncomfortable, very much unstable. Like even walking can be questionable because you may not have enough strength in your muscles. You may not have the coordination in your muscles. But the more you stretch, the more you're going to be able to get your function back to that muscle. And I did a post the other day about snaps and cracks in your joints. And I think this is the point that I'm at, where I was scheduling time to stretch out once or twice a day if I could remember, or I would try to stretch out at least once a day, and then sometimes once every couple of days, and then I would just stretch out whenever I remembered. But in retrospect, now I should have been stretching, and do now stretch more than once a day to try to get that function back in the muscle. And hopefully I'll get these weird snappy things in my joints and bones away once I get my muscles stretched out enough. So again, in the beginning, you're going to want to drink a lot of water, get some exercise, definitely eat correct. In these later stages of this whole thing, you're going to want to add stretching. And honestly, I don't know that you can stretch too much. I've never been super flexible, probably because I've been insulin resistant for so long. I don't even know at this point. But so the point of this post is to say that adding stretching into your daily regimen makes a lot of sense, and in the long run, it'll help out greatly once you start adding the muscle back on, and you start functionally using the muscle that's being added to your body. If you have any questions, I would appreciate it if you would leave a comment. I answer all comments. If you think this is an interesting post at all, give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in finding out what happens in my situation, next steps, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to tell my story as it happens, and hopefully, again, like I said in previous posts, hopefully at the end of this cycle, I'll have some good news to be telling people, hey, I'm back on step. It's all good. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this post, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.